Alright guys, this is going to be a pretty quick video here. After I recently posted my Portra 400 video, I received a request to explain how I scan overexposed Portra and how you process it. So really quickly, the software that I use is Silverfast SE. This came with my Epson V700 scanner. Epson Scan also came with it, but I don't use that software as I find this a little easier to use. So the thing with Silverfast here is it comes preloaded with a bunch of different film presets. So you can select that and it should adjust the colors accordingly. What you're going to see right here is that this is the default. I'm not using any profile here, and I think it looks pretty good. What you're going to see is when I switch over to Portra 400, it looks, I think, substantially worse. It's not quite as red as it would be. You get a little more neutral color, but there's an obvious green cast. Now, the reason for this is when you're exposing an image at the box speed, Silverfast is not going to have any problem scanning it because it's looking at it, it's interpreting the negative colors the correct way, and it's putting them out the way that the preset parameters are telling it to. What you'll find is when you're scanning an overexposed negative, because it is so much thicker, it's going to take on kind of the color characteristics of the scene surrounding it. In this case, a heavy green cast. So when I first did these, I initially scanned them with said cast, and I'll show you kind of quickly how I walked through correcting it to make it a usable image. So this is right out of the camera. This is or out of the scanner rather. This is a TIFF file. So first things first, what I do with any file that I have here is, because it is a flatbed scanner, I'm going to go in at 100% and I'm going to clean up any dust. And I'll just show you really quickly. I'm pretty lazy, so I generally just use the heel tool, size it accordingly, and try to remove stuff. Well, that doesn't look good, but you get the idea. Go up here, we can find some little bits of dust, whatever, particulate that have landed on there, and clean those up. And I'll do that every time. I'll go through pretty thoroughly and clean them up. You might want to remove that stray hair there if you're feeling particularly adventurous. Next, we're going to crop it because I framed it to include a lot of the outside so I could crop it however I wanted to. I find 4x5 or 8x10 is a really good size for cropping 6x7 images. It's almost a perfect match, and it's a really easy size to get prints and such. So what we're going to do is just bring it in here, crop it to how we want it. I don't know, I'm not going to think too much about this, but kind of get a format that you like, get a look that you like there. That's good enough. So we've got this, say the dust is all removed, we've got it cropped to a format we like. What we're going to do then to try and make a usable image here to get rid of that cast is to go in to color balance. We've got three options here. You can see you have cyan and red, you've got magenta and green, and you have yellow and blue. And to get rid of that kind of a greenish cast here, I think what we're going to want to do is we'll bump up the red a little bit. So we'll say 10, getting rid of some of that cyan, and then we're going to try and, that's probably too much. We're going to try and get rid of some of that green cast here, and bump it over towards yellow. And you can see immediately that's a huge difference there. And we could play with this a little bit if you wanted to, maybe minus 15 and 15, and you can just see it just looks a lot nicer, and this is a lot closer to what the scene actually was while kind of maintaining the green behind her. And you could play with that to get it to look exactly however you want it, but yeah, it's pretty simple, right? When I'm done with it, I resize it because this is going to be a huge image right off the bat here. I would where's image size? I don't even remember now. It's Control-Alt-I. Go in here, I don't know, 4,000, we'll say, or, I don't know, 1,600, size it for flicker. You got an image then that's totally usable. You can go in if you want and sharpen it up. I use the Smart Sharpen tool generally. Pick a pixel size that's not going to make it too noisy. Yeah, half a pixel. Boom, sharpen it, and you've got a somewhat usable image. Yeah, so that's that's all I've got for you. I hope you get something out of that. If you have any questions, comments, as always, please leave them or message me. And please subscribe thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I will be posting some more interesting content shortly. So have a great whatever's left of the weekend, and I'll see you soon.